Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we're in this war, but we're not going to participate. Like, we don't actually necessarily want this guy to subjugate Persia. That's not necessarily the greatest thing for us. Now, what domain? Oh, we probably have one too many that we picked up over here. Yes. Okay, we'll grant that off. Fantastic. And we do need to get rid of 2 vassals. We can grant 4 to rightful lieges, and we'll just go ahead and grant 2 of them off. This one too. There we go. Took it a little while to update. Fantastic. So we'll go ahead and do that, and I believe we were chilling for a little bit here after the last war, if I recall correctly. We took a few losses, to be sure. We are still on absolute crown authority, which is kind of hilarious. I would like to attack Bavaria for sure. Ooh, hello. Well, that's going to become part of Bavaria, and that's actually okay, because we're planning on conquering Bavaria next life. So we could maybe come up over here and clean up some of this border gore. I don't think I would necessarily hate that. Now, what is going on over here? These are just unpopulated. The last ruler of this place died in 1086. County in unlanded of. Okay, slightly confusing, but I don't think there's any way we can interact with these at this point. Because there's no county holder. I don't know how that happened, but okay. Mecklenburg has a holding up here, which I'm not necessarily okay with. I think that we'll go ahead and declare on Mecklenburg. And we could seize all their de jure lands, actually. That's not necessarily a terrible concept, except that that costs 2,000 prestige. And it's only 2 counties. So I think we'll just do these one war at a time. We'll declare this one. And let's go ahead and raise up our troops here. How many are we going to need? Not you. 31k. Okay. That's fine. Absolutely no problem with that. Our rival died. Sure. I would like to see us get a daughter. That would be fantastic, because then we would be able to look at some potential options with heir designation. We're going to come over here and start slow sieging for now while we wait for men-at-arms. We're not going to need anywhere near this many levy troops, though. So we're going to select these guys. We're going to not select these guys. And we're going to disband these armies. Wonderful. Our men-at-arms are going to show up in an indeterminate amount of time. They may show up very shortly, or they may be at the end of this 8 months. It's hard to say. So, we'll have to see. Once again, we're going to split off a huge chunk of these. That has the knights. So, actually, we're going to group these back together. We're just going to keep doing this. I actually don't care about the cash. We're not raising troops. In that case, I'm going to put all of these down. I should have split off the knights first. I should have. Oh well. So we'll raise these guys up. We are, of course, slow sieging at the same time. It's going to take a while to slow siege this. We can found a university. Let's go ahead and do it. Excellent. I would very much like to see a daughter. I don't know if we can designate a daughter as our heir or not. Okay, leadership over here. Sure. We're probably going to end up losing this fight. Actually, he went to siege instead. An interesting play, because we would have lost that fight. Our bombards are here. And so we're going to send our bombards in over here. Excellent. And where are our men-at-arms? They'll show up eventually. The question is when. Our mother died of old age. I like how that didn't get us any stress. These guys are sieging pretty quick. But we're going to have ticking war score on our side. Another son. Okay. We can't really go in over here until our men-at-arms show up, or at least until we send some reinforcements to this army. Like, bare minimum. There's our men-at-arms. Okay. Let's group all of these up. Interesting direction to go. Okay. So, let's group everybody up here and head on over. We're going to siege this back, of course. And then we'll pursue their troops. So we'll split this up into, say... No, I don't want to split in half. I want to split this into, say, bombards, and maybe somewhere around 30,000 levy troops. We'll call that good. These guys, they are going to pursue this army. Excellent. So let's see what we can find over there. Wait, they're coming back? This is very foolish of them. They should not be coming back right now. I think we catch them. Yes, we do. They are in substantial danger right now. Their capital is all the way over there. I guess we'll just siege random things for right now. And see how much war score we get from this battle. A decent chunk. Okay. We're going to head up this way. I suspect that we're going to be able to catch them somewhere up there. We'll see. We're at 49% war score right now. And we're just continuing to pursue these guys. Our siegers are going to head up over this way. Ooh, a new stewardship perk. Again, we should probably be off of stewardship. But that's a next life sort of thing. And they did indeed retreat in the approximate direction that I suspected that they would. Although not quite to the location I guessed that they would retreat to. Really? Coming over this way, huh? Ooh. Fascinating. We're going to come down here and attack. But we're also going to continue chasing these guys. They probably move a little faster than we do, given their army size. But that's okay. We don't mind. The siege is already over. Okay. We're 91% war score right now. And they're trying to embark. We're going to catch them. That's a foolish mistake. They should not have tried to embark. They were never going to get out in time. This will probably win the war. It's only the single county, so not a big deal. Yep, indeed, war is over. Fantastic. Now, as far as getting our troops home, that's going to be slightly complicated since we're in this other war. So we'll have to do something like this. Excellent. Well, we managed to eliminate that little area. And of course, we can't declare on this guy up here because our troops are raised. And it's going to take time for our troops to get home as well, because we are disbanding in wartime. So that's definitely going to be a little awkward. We'll just go ahead and do that. Okay. Now we could declare on this guy again, just immediately. And I think I'd rather spend the piety here. Yeah, do it. It's going to take time for our troops to raise up. I'm well aware of this. But he's only got 3,000 troops, so this should be fine. Should be completely okay. Okay, he's got 6,000 troops. It's still fine. Like, that's an irrelevant number of troops. Given that we have access to 350,000? Yeah, I don't care. He can have 6,000 all he wants. I'm going to split these off and begin slow sieging and maybe see if we can catch this guy as well. Apparently we're likely to lose this. So I'm going to split another half of these troops off and send them in too. Reinforcements on the way. Honestly, let's just do this. This is more than enough. Let's not wait on the men-at-arms. We can slow siege this if necessary. I'm going to have these guys... Actually, we're locked in. It's all good. Okay. There we go. Battle is won. And we're going to come back over here and begin slow sieging. What is their fort level? 3? Or no, fort level 20. I was reading the castle level. That's going to take a while without our bombards. I'm going to start raising up again, and we're going to split this down like that or so. We're going to take these guys on out of there. No, everyone but these guys. Everyone but the... I did it wrong again. It's shift-click to deselect, not control-click. Okay, we're going to take everyone else down over this way. And they are, of course, going to disband. We've started a slow siege up here, 8 years on that, so it is definitely worthwhile to try to get our bombards. We'll send all these guys home. These guys are pretty unnecessary. We'll do something along the lines of... Okay, we'll do something kind of along the lines of that. And we'll take care of these levy troops as well. We don't need them up. Of course, we're not losing money right now, so it kind of doesn't matter. We'll get these guys put down, though. And I guess I won't do it anymore. There's not really a point to it. 12 months left. I'm going to split half of these off, and we're going to send them up here to attack these guys. Hopefully we can get a good stack wipe there. That would be nice. I mean, we outnumber them more than 10 to 1, which is the general rule of thumb for a stack wipe. Yep, that's the stack wipe. I'm going to put these guys down. They're unnecessary. We're currently capped on battle war score. And eventually our bombards will show up. I sure wish I knew when. But they'll pop in soon enough. We currently have another 6 years left on this siege. It'll be a whole lot faster with bombards, that's for sure. I definitely wouldn't mind cleaning up a few more of these things up here while we're waiting on our Byzantine truce. And actually there's this guy here that we can declare on too, that we probably should. Domain limit upgrade? Sure, we'll take that. That, of course, means that we can reclaim this mosque. Fantastic. Smallpox, huh? Okay. Let's come on in up over here. Hello, pause menu. Let's come on in up over here, and we are going to hopefully get these bombards sometime soon. The question is, when? Come on, bombards. Allegedly 7 months. I'm going to go ahead and split off most of these levy troops at this point. We don't need them. They're completely unnecessary. What? Why did that deselect? I have no idea why that deselected. Okay, well, we'll just get rid of these guys then. I was planning on getting rid of most of them, but I guess that's the number we're getting rid of. This guy's losing the subjugation war? I don't know how, but okay. I mean, we don't care, ultimately, whether he succeeds or fails at that. So we're not really participating. I would kind of prefer that he fails in a weird sort of way, unless we can figure out a way to inherit. If we can figure out a way to inherit it, then that would be great. But if we can't, well, I'd prefer that they not get the territory in that situation. We haven't gotten a daughter yet, have we? No, we only have sons. Sad. Very, very sad. Well, our bombards will show up eventually. Eventually. Once again, though, this is a problem that would have been not an issue in Crusader Kings 2 because of the retinue system as opposed to men-at-arms system. And the assault system, actually, would prevent this as well. The way that assaulting holdings worked in CK2. Like, this war would have been over forever ago in CK2. Oh, hello, men-at-arms! But not bombards. Okay, everyone but the bombards. Lovely. Let's go ahead and grab positions of power for now. That'll do fine. One of these days, the bombards will pop in. Oh, and hey, he's winning his subjugation war now. Kind of. Now that is a daughter. Okay. Let's take a look. Fascinating. Fascinating. So it does work. We can do this. We can do this. So, what we need to do is we need to look at their line of succession and find someone unmarried, fairly low in the line of succession. Like this guy. Would he accept that? No. He would not accept a matrilineal marriage in this situation. Okay, fair enough. Is this matrilineal marriage minus 1,000? Is that just a pure cultural thing, or is that because he's too high in the line of succession? I know that's how it works in Crusader Kings 2, but I'm not sure if that's the case in 3. Let's see. It was this guy I was trying. This guy is a little further down the line of succession. Ooh, yes, he would accept this. So it's just that it's too high up the line of succession. Sounds great. We'll do that. Okay. And now, with that matrilineal marriage in here, we can designate her our heir. And so I will. And now, we just need to, you know, slightly remove everyone ahead of this guy. Or no. Wait, did that remove him from the line of succession? No. It's this guy. So we need to kill this guy. For sure. We'll get started on that. And we will invite in this guy, and he will actually give us all of the power that we need. Just him. Fantastic. What is our Spy Master on? Uh-oh. He's sickly. Hopefully she doesn't die. Our Spy Master is on support schemes. Okay, good. So, obviously, at this point, the next heir is this guy, who is betrothed to our player heir, matrilineally. So all we need to remove is this one person, and this guy. Okay. This is, I think, viable. Surely our bombards are here by now, right? Yeah, our bombards are here. Let's move on in. Wonderful. And we will, of course, finish up this siege exceptionally quickly after we finish stack wiping this. And this war will be over. The war definitely stretched on longer than I would have liked to see, but that's to be expected. We were kind of doing other things at the time. Okay. There we go. We will go ahead and disband these lads. And yeah, they're going to take time to come back. We're probably not going to go to war for a little bit here. Although I would like to go to war somewhat soon. Grant that to a low noble, and then this to this guy. That does put us above our vassal limit, and so we will transfer this vassal over. Fantastic. Okay, so there's that cleaned up, and now I think we've got ourselves a solid opportunity at inheriting this, which also means we should come help them with their subjugation war. We're going to raise up troops over here. How many do we need? They have 100k? Sure. We should definitely give her some treatment. We want her to survive. How's her health? She is dying. That's really bad. That is really, really bad. Come on. Don't die of pneumonia. Please don't die of pneumonia. I'm going to be really upset if she dies of pneumonia. Okay, we have another son, just what we always needed. She died of pneumonia. Yep, I'm upset about that. I'm definitely upset about that. So many sons. Our only daughter just instantly died of pneumonia. Oh boy, but now we know it's possible to inherit this. And that's what we're going to work on. So we're going to come on out over this direction and see about giving combat to these guys. In the meantime, I'm going to continue raising in our backline, and we're going to look to raise our men-at-arms. Now, these guys aren't men-at-arms. These guys have some slightly better troops. There's no doubt about that, since we have no men-at-arms in this force right now. But we'll come on up there and see about helping them out, finally. We gotta have another daughter for this to work. We may want to abandon this scheme. Well, I mean, we're never going to be able to matrilineally marry this guy. But actually, I think we do want to abandon this scheme right now, because our daughter died. I think we're better off having the other heirs here. Specifically because we're able to marry somebody matrilineally a little lower in the succession. So, yeah, we should probably keep that abandoned for the time being. Our men-at-arms will show up eventually, but not for a while. Looks like they're coming up here to fight, and we should join. We can provide some much-needed manpower for that. Excellent. So we are making our way up, finally. Sure, I accept that. That's whatever. Yeah, it looks like there's going to be some combat going on up here. And I am very interested in throwing some levy troops at that combat. So let's go ahead and do that. Now that we know that we can for sure inherit these guys, but we need another daughter. We need a daughter that isn't born sickly and immediately dies of pneumonia. Okay, the combat is indeed happening. We're heading on up. The combat is going mediocrely. That's not a word, but it's going not well, is what I'm going to go ahead and say. We're going to move in and see if we can provide any reinforcement. Yes, indeed, we can. Okay, another daughter. Fantastic. Okay, let's try this again. Hopefully this daughter will survive better. So, let's go into his line of succession here. He was willing to do this one previously. Yes! Yes! They're related. I know. I know. I'm not necessarily happy about that, but we can always breed that out later. Fantastic. What could possibly go wrong? So we are, of course, heading up here to help out. And we have arrived. We're at 40% war score, and we're heading on down. These guys, our men-at-arms, are not yet here. Okay. They'll show up eventually. Eventually. And that, of course, means that we need to go back to doing this. Now, we can't because we abandoned it. Ooh, right. Right. That's very awkward. Very, very awkward. How old is this guy? He is 10. That buys us a little time before he starts producing heirs, but not a lot of time, honestly. We're 35. That was a mistake. I shouldn't have stopped that. I should not have stopped that murder scheme. We had no way of knowing that we'd get another daughter that quick, though. It could have very well been another son. I think I'm actually going to stop gathering down here and put these guys down. There we go. And looking at this situation here, and we actually want to come down here and fight these guys. Looking at this situation here, how do we want to handle this? Because we need this guy to be the one to inherit, not this guy. That is a good question. He's feeling fine, apparently. This isn't shocking, to be clear. I think we're just going to have to do this. Maybe prevent him from getting a wife? Or, ooh, hang on. Hang on. Well, no. That's not going to work because our religion allows multiple spouses. I was going to say we could try to force him into an infertile marriage. But unfortunately, that's not going to work. It is, however, time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Next episode, we are going to finish off this war down here, and we are going to continue working on inheriting the Caliphate. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.